All right, good morning. July 26th. Powell, FOMC day. We're going to be streaming stocks, options, futures, FOMC, and looking at some technical analysis, watching the SPY, watching GME, BBIG, barbecue. We even got Dish now as a hype play. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follows on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT, as well as our Discord server. Link for both those are in the description. And I'll throw Discord in chat. You guys had a good evening. A good morning so far. Excited for some volatility. And Pac West the hype play. There's our free Discord. Good morning, Molava. First, well done. Thank you, sir. Morning, Passing Cloud. Morning, J Souls. Good morning, Zumi. Morning, Cameron. Yeah, what did Pac West end up doing? Oh, the market just opened. There it is. Wow. Pac West is basically back to where it started. Crazy. Barbecue with little gap up. 2.6%. Okay. See what it does today. Dish is up 8.5. Pac West up 25. Barbecue dance around. We didn't get a gap down this morning. That is interesting. Looking to scale in a little bit here this morning. Just a little bit. Just as we're starting to maybe round here, break some of these trend lines. Excuse me. Morning, Mo. Again. Morning, Hamza. Ripping out of the gate. I did get after stream I did get some I think it was after stream I got some Dish shares, so I wanted some exposure to that. Looks like some Wall Street Brett's profit taking this morning. I want to get some leaps on it though. Travis on the PB show said they own Blockbuster too. I think I had read something like that at one point, but I totally forgot. You don't see it here on their summary. Oh, another reason for a long play on Dish. Teladoc's up 8. Barbecue's up 1.95. Turn that Yaz down a little bit. There we go. We do have Powell today. FOMC at 2 o'clock. Powell at 2:30. So it should be a fun day to trade. I might open up Strangle closer to it once morning volatility settles. 31.50 on barbecue. There you go. 4 1/4. Oh, it is, as you can see on my lines here, it is starting to break that downtrend. Especially if this candle can hold above here. It was bound to if it just kept trading sideways, basically, and didn't come down. Just means it's consolidating more or less. Love you too, Sweet Lou. Fidelity's broken. Fidelity has this kind of... yeah, it's weird how often it doesn't work right. I want to have some capital too for BBIG. I think this thing could go crazy again. Look at that. Is that handle formed? Not quite. Well, the 50% is not basically hit yet. Doesn't have to hit all the way there. Yeah, I guess we'll just see if BBIG holds this level. Get rid of that guy. Barbecue up 420. 31.48. Scaling in a little bit more here in barbecue. Trying to go slow. It is the morning, and it is middle of the week, so I don't have to dump it on Friday, and I feel like it's less likely to dump on a Friday if it's been coming down all week. You've had these week-long rallies, and it's getting close to resistance, and then you're getting close to a Friday. The sell-off is pretty expected. But the fact that we've been coming down and consolidating, we could even rally end a week. Yeah, that worked out well, Cameron. Certainly did. Teledoc's up 11. It's crazy. I put orders in the morning and I just can't even get filled. I'm above the price, and I just doesn't even fill me. Anyways, let's wait for it to chill out. Teledoc breaking out. Do it. Just above our line there. I'm down on those calls. Interesting. There's a lot priced in, I guess. Up until October on these calls. They're down 6% today. GPS is up 6.5. 427 on barbecue. $31.50. So some horizontal resistances. Excuse me. Right about here, 32 cents. There it is. That's one. Got 32.36. Whoops. Well, it's broken that line anyways. We've got 34 cents. Looking good though. Dish is halted? What? What just happened? Halted on the upside? Oh my gosh. What is this? Not a very small float. I mean, that's definitely a circuit breaker halt, though. Look at that candle. What is happening? Oh! Do you see, you see what's going on there? Did it get flipping back and forth for me? Maybe it's halted to the downside. All those Wall Street Bets players just taking profits so heavy. Wait, I don't know what it... I think it's halted to the downside. I think. Barbecue, 7.5. Nice, 32.50. Looking good. I keep putting orders in, keep not getting filled on some. $32.50. Got resistance at 34. Dude, we will strip it out. Brokerages are slow. NBC saw as a halted up candle. Look at barbecue. What is going on with this thing? I don't know where the price is. I just hope I get some fills at least. This is very good if we hold above this shoulder. There we go. I got filled on some of those. There we go. Really weird. Really weird. Now it's like coming down. I'll pick up some more. I don't know what this is. Halted up, halted down. I mean, they should be able to tell on time and sales. To me, it looks like it's halted down, right? Because all these were at 745. Barbecue crazy this morning. Well, yeah, it's looking good. Didn't have a gap down, had a little gap up, and starting to break that uptrend. So flattening out here at about 30 cents. Trying to get a cost basis around there. Buys moving up a bit. You guys are talking about Mullen's up 2%. Don't bring that up again. No, I'm just kidding. BBIG, alright, so it broke through that level. Let's see where it holds. Anywhere. Yeah, I think it was a halt down, huh? Crazy, man. This isn't even like a small float. 250 million. All those options. Maybe it's a good time to get some go long on this thing. The news is still bullish. Unless there's more news coming out about it. Jeez, they like doubled the IV on this chain. put in some resistances on here to see where maybe could go. Dish coming back up a little bit. Crazy morning on Dish. Same with barbecue. Look at that thing. Weird. BBIG maybe bounce on that 41. Barbecue up 420. No other way to put it. Dish is now up 1.8%. Weekly options are really thrown around. Yeah, I noticed barbecue's borrow fee came back. So it's down a little bit. 255. Excuse me. Still in a nice uptrend though. So we'll see. With ups, there's downs. Still looking good. Barbecue up 4%. Turn off this and just see. Yeah. Yep. Looks pretty good. Pick up some more. Or attempt to. Our BBIG is below that 41 now. Dish is just flat. Wow. Well, I do have an order for Dish. Wisa's up 9. Teledoc's still going 15% on there. Nice. XBev's up 35. Oh baby. $6,000% now. What are you saying, Cameron? Hey, my calls are up 6%. Just bought the stock. Wish is up 5. Barbecue up 5. Eyes climbing up here. Must rebrand Twitter as Zuckerberg could rebrand Threads into Twitter. What? What do you mean, like take the name? What do you mean rebrand it into Twitter? Just make it like a Twitter? Crazy looking chart, Pac West. Dish is a fickle one. Amazon Dish going to next level with competition rising with Teddy. I saw that. Yeah, I listened to the PB show last night. It's interesting. I liked what ABC was saying. I wouldn't take it as bad news, the Dish and Amazon thing. Or just take it as good news for Dish. Oh, buy the name from Musk. Oh, I don't know. I think... I don't know. I don't feel like... I don't feel like the move to X is necessarily leaving what Twitter is. I think you might be adding on to it. But not necessarily like leaving what it is, so... I don't know if he'd want someone else having the name Twitter. And I don't know if Zuckerberg is humble enough to buy it out from under him and use it. Was some interesting stuff though that came out on those dockets, like the acquisition team, or what did it say, acquisition team? I can't remember. You guys put it in Discord. I think Bullion's put some of the stuff in there too. Oh yeah, this. Speak to B Scott regarding hiring existing BBBB employees into new company. I'm not even sure. Employee benefits, pensions. I'm not sure if this is like an invoice or what this half an hour, $150. I don't know what. I feel like this is kind of an invoice or something. And then on that other docket about the acquisition, I can't remember exactly what it said. Neo's up 9. Ooh, BBIG did bounce there. It's tempting just to dip by on this thing. There was like no catalyst. Dish is down 0.84. Teladoc up 17. Tilray's up 23. Is there weed news? Oh, they had earnings. Nicola's up 8. Blackberry down 0.5%. Their milestone timeline is accurate? Care to expound on that, Molava? A little red candle here, I might get some fills. I'm like tempted to sell calls on these shares, but just because it should warrant somewhat of a sustained rally, I would think. So we'll see. I'll be patient on it. Here we go, barbecue. I got some fills there. Nice. If I'm still down on those teledoc calls. GME, man. Where is it gonna go? Just inballing back and forth into my at the edge of this triangle. Okay. Less than a 20-minute talk. That invoice was prior to going concern auction. Oh, so you're saying that doesn't apply now, Christine? About the hiring existing employees into new company. Morning, Guts. Having a great day, great day. Good morning, David. Teledoc's still ripping. Him. %18 on there. Nicola's up 9, GPS up 6, Wish is up 6. Back West still hanging out, up 27. Talk at 15. 15 explains their timeline. Is that a new one or? Did you make money on your teledoc calls? Yes, mine are. I have way out of the money, and a lot of time. They really haven't started moving yet. They're only up 26% today. The stock's almost up 26%. It's got some IV crush on them, I think. It's a great idea, Guts. Close some UPS puts. Why are you getting calls on teledoc? Why are we bullish on their earnings? I think I'm gonna get some BBIG. Usually like to wait for the breakout, but just a small amount. Keep me from buying more barbecue. Buy hanging around VWAP. First time Google mentioned AI in the earnings calls a total of 145 times. Nice. I'm gonna hold my calls on Teladoc. I have till October. Could be the start of a long earnings continuation rally. I love how Dish is just flat. Oh, that's great. Barbecue's up 4.3%, 31.52. Nice to see. Trend is starting to reverse. GME up 0.18. BBIG down 3.8. Got SPY down 0.15%. Yeah, Neo's been ripping, that's right. 10. Yeah, it's like the third day. Yeah, third day on Neo. Broke out of that range. Got room up to 14 bucks. What's the other one we were watching? Was it Upstart? What's Upstart doing? Jeez, Upstart, of course, is still going 3%. Wow. This thing is 6x'd since this earnings. That's the kind of earnings continuation move I want on Teladoc. Up to 120, here we go. They just have to mention Upstart, or mention AI. Buy's coming down a bit. Neo's 10%. See what happens with this dip buy on BBIG. I won't like it until we break out of here and hold some support. Till then, it's sketchy. Barbecue, 5%, holding up well. That is neat. I see, Christine. Good observation. Thanks for bringing that up. You want our Discord? Oh, are you saying because the date of it's 6/15? Oh, that I see what you mean. Okay, that's pretty straightforward then. It was on a docket that just dropped, but the date that was invoiced was for 6/15. Interesting. XPEV's up 35. Yeah, Chinese EVs are rallying. One of them must have had some kind of earnings. Tupperware is moving up a bit too. This thing looks pretty good. Little inverse head and shoulders on here. And this bull flag. It's just now down 2%. Wow. Well, this is getting a good opportunity. I did want to get leaves on it anyways, so hopefully these come down some. The spread's starting to tighten up some. Barbecue 3110 up 2.95. I appreciate the support, Christine. Yeah, BBIG, nice little bounce there. I didn't get as big of a position as I had before. Since I got back into barbecue and got some dish yesterday. But I could use my other account and get some more. Next warned advertisers at the beginning on August 7th. Earn their accounts will lose their verification that spent at least. Interesting. Yeah, this is looking to make money with the company. Imagine that. Now we're going to bring on PacWest price. Coming down a bit now. You're still long on it, but did you close anything, Cameron? Teladoc just hanging out up here. Wanting to keep going. Neo 11%. Upstart 3. Nikola also up 10%. I could still average down on my Teladoc calls. I don't know if that doc had anything to do with it. It wasn't like it had a little gap up, but I don't know. We've been looking at the charts and it was getting close to needing to move up. You know, we're getting close to that breakout, and here it was. You know, it's slowly been flattening out. But we'll see. We'll see end of day what happens. Intraday is not too important, really. Yeah, maybe I'll get some closer to the money. Less time on Teledoc. It settles down. So FOMC's at 2. Powell comes on at 2:30. Update Powell. $31, $31.21, 3% on barbecue. BBIG down 3.5. Dish is selling off now. Wow. Half a percent on GME. Pushing up on that upper trend line. Dish is down 5%. Keep an eye on GME. As Smoke pointed out too, SLD period I think is over today, which we haven't been seeing SLD runs for a while, but with a chance. Breaking out of that wedge would be good too. Good for a move, I think, back up to its 30 whatever high. Teledog's still going. There had to have been a better way to capitalize on this movement. 8% on that. .6% on barbecue. Did you guys listen to Salvatore? His debate or whatever on I don't know what it was, but his spaces on Twitter. Was it good? I was thinking about listening to it today on stream. BBIG, little bounce there. That is neat. Teledog still ripping. Fish down 5. Can't believe it was halted this morning. Oh, I thought he had another spaces the other day. Oh, okay. Yeah, 3:30. Morning, lords. Happy Wednesday to you too, Daniel. XPAV up 30%. PacWest is kind of sold off a bit. Fish Network stock dips despite Amazon partnership. It's tied in with Bank's price, Bank C, yeah. Makes sense. $31.78, 5.2% on barbecue. Teladoc at 20%. Aloha, Maui Sam. Good morning. Rivian looks like it might be breaking out soon. Upstart up 3.5. Groupon's up 6. Kohl's is up 3. Nice little trend Kohl's has been on. Trupanion up 3.5. Express is up 2. What's Cost doing? Cost is up 4. Hard to borrow. Borrow fee's been flat on cost for a while. Still no shares on BBIG on borrow fee. On iBorrow. Whoops. SPY's coming down a little bit here. Just been a complete chop this morning. Still finishing this handle, I think. But all that's gonna get blown out once Powell FOMC drops. Lords. Lords, you should be happy today. Barbecue's up. Hey, I'm green on my teledoc calls. What do you know? IV slowly increased. Good to hear, Happy Tasty. Morning to you as well. Amen, Tasty. I'm kind of messing with Lords. I know he's happy. Or maybe he's not happy. I don't know. But I mess with him a bit. Carvana's done pretty well. Consolidated up here. Impressive. Same neutral. Okay, Head and Shoulders are on FCL. FCEL. Surge pays. Never heard of this one. Silicon Motion Technologies up 76%. Chinese antitrust regulators conditional nod to max linear deal. Chinese. Palantir still looks bearish. We got earnings coming up. Neo's up almost 10. Cypher Mining down 2.3. Coins held up pretty well too. Gotta wait for earnings. Up 2.5 at $100. base. Big earnings coming up also. So far, it looks like they're respecting that trend line, though. Any market makers come off me show money? No. Full blown sellout. That's true. Yeah, I'd take the money for sure. Teladoc 21%. Heck yeah, dude, I'd be the biggest AMC ape ever. I'd wear ape shirts everywhere. I'd make TikTok videos of it. I took it. I took it. I took it fine. I laughed because it's like, yeah, that's a good point. BBIG ain't out there. We keep climbing this way, we'll see. That double bottom, it might hold. Buy's coming down a little bit. Whoops. Yeah, there'd be no reason not to. Someone offers you money to do something legal. You're, you know, do it. I'm here to make money. And honest. You guys would know though. What was my tell before? I said if it was ever paid off, I'd start calling GME Jimmy. I think it was Jimmy. That was my safe word? I don't know, my tell. And you know I was paid off. That's coming down a bit here. I'm AMC too, heck yeah. That sell off on Dish. That's hilarious. There you go, BBIG. Yeah, Jimmy. That was my tell if I'd been paid off. So start calling GME Jimmy. Barbecue. Red candle there. Still up 2.65. Finger motion up 9.5 today. Teladoc, dude, this did not let up at all. 23%. Wow, what were their earnings? Gap EPS was negative 40 cents, in line. Revenue of 652 million beats by 3.2 million, so it wasn't a huge beat. Q2 EPS is negative 40 cents, beats the estimate negative 41. We'll barely beat on EPS, and then sales barely beat also. Maybe some insiders buying or something. That's a pretty big reaction from that. I mean, you can tell because that was the reaction from it. Today, it's had such a big move. So yeah, maybe some insiders buying this. Big volume today too. Let's go, Teladoc. I'll take it for a ride. Give Jimmy a grab on the back of your side more. Shut up. Did you ask the dentist to do that? Once you get cavities in there? A GME cavity? That's good, lords. At least somebody's still doing it. Somebody's got to do it too. Kenny Rook now. Brandon new cat from my tooth. They had to engrave it. That's hilarious. It is weird how it's like they're trying to act like it's okay now. Yeah, I don't get that whole. I don't get that at all. Not okay. Yeah, I move out of places like that. Hurry. Buy at the low of the day. Santa worship. Oh, Satan. He said Santa. All right. Might take a trade here. Gonna be slow. Got J Powell coming up, so plenty of time. The volatility. 5% on barbecue. BBIG. Didn't want the breakout. Dish still flushing down. Wow. Crazy. Oh, Christine. Bullion says kind of invalid. I don't know if you're not looking on Discord. I shared your comment on Discord about docket 1615 was prior to the going concern. Bullion says the comment in docket was regarding BBB employees and not baby employees. BBB didn't have any going concern auction either, only baby did. But as we know, it was canceled. That's interesting. Bullions is saying a guy from PB Discord is ready to file an objection on behalf of shareholders if the plan doesn't change this week before the hearing. I think they're saying before Friday, right? Isn't there a hearing on Friday? They have to specify directly if shareholders are getting new equity or not, which they haven't. We do only have a reference to bankruptcy rule 1125E in docket 1429. I think it was. All we know is we get 0 cash from the liquidation part. Interesting. It is crazy, huh, Lords? You're not a... I didn't know you weren't a citizen. Interesting. A lot of immigrants and foreigners have a clear perception on states. Seems more of a clear judgment than people that lived here their whole lives. Life relationship is gonna file objection. I'm assuming you heard what I said, Christine, about what Bullions was saying. I was talking about BBB employees and not baby employees. Bed Bath & Beyond didn't have any going concern auction either. Baby did, but as we know, it was canceled. Teledog's still rallying. Look at that thing. All right, now the premium on those Teladoc calls are starting to push. Took a long time. They're just too far out of the money, too much time. Like in the barbecue chart also. Gonna cross over on that hourly MACD. Already have green over the 9. I'm gonna pick up some more barbecue. AMC dipping a little bit, down 2%. I make an RSI divergence down here. I feel like we'll probably get a little rally into it. I like the divergence. I like that it's bouncing on the low of the pre-market. I'll take a little long there. We still could get a little more of a push, though. There's still that possibility. Downside. This cup and handle setting up pretty good, though. Since we're not quite at that 50%. Might want to go a little further. I'll hold it. GME is coming down a little bit. Almost down 1%. BBIG is holding up there pretty well. Down 11% on these shares. That's hilarious on Dish. Market is so slow until Powell. I'm not liking it yet. Get out. I'll wait. Wait for that 50% at least. GME's kind of coming down more. Down almost 1%. BBIG is coming down a little bit. Teledoc's not. Or barbecue. But I got filled. Barbecue. Full of transactions down here. Still hasn't filled me? What in the world? Crazy. Oh, I guess it's at... This is my price right here. It won't fill me. Has to go below my price. Buy, flushing down there a bit. Juice, you really blew up the barbecue shares trades on Discord. You're funny. I guess I haven't been putting my purchases on there. I've been going in and out so often. Yeah, I bought back in some this morning. You knew it was coming, Lords. Come on. I got some at 311. I got some at 3.2 something. Once Ace came along and freebied the wave of shills? Because he was giving free memberships? I don't know how that's relevant. BBIG's coming down a bit. Regular Satan worshiper. There's a little spy flush. I picked up BBIG this morning, yeah, so I'm gonna hold that. GME down 1.25 now. Might be the decider today on GME, which direction it's going. You think it's going out to 18 cents? Yeah, there'll be better dip buys probably. I guess I'm kind of just trading it, so I see momentum flattening out. And so yeah. But yeah, you get a docket or whatever, court, you're going to get a huge dip buy. Which I may or may not take. If BBIG gets another bounce here. GME's down 1.5, getting a push down here with SPY. Hey tree. Cheetah IPO. Yeah, Dish had a heavy dosage of profit taking. What's the ticker going to be for Cheetah? I can look at it on here. Cheetah net supply. Says expected list days on the 28th on Webull. That's coming down a little more. We might be trying to make a full-on inverse cup here. That was another thing I saw that maybe a little sketched out if it did want to start flushing. Teledoc finally chilling out, coming down to VWAP. I got some Dish calls. They filled. I got January 15 calls. That's for exposure to this Amazon deal. Do maybe something with Blockbuster and barbecue. And I like the chart. And I think it's undervalued right now. So, a lot going for Dish. I was pretty bullish on it before the Amazon deal. And Blockbuster, I totally forgot Blockbuster was under it. I don't see that on here, but I think Travis is probably right. Remember it was some company like this that owned it. But what do you mean by that, Lords? And once Blockbuster gets uplisted, then what? Spit it out plainly. There's another RSI divergence. BBIG back at that 4 support. These calls I got on Dish are basically the same price they've been for months. So they really haven't lost much value. But yeah, keep that in mind when you're looking at a play like Dish. That just had a huge move up. I got quite a bit of time and pretty far out of the money, and looking at just the options pricing. These calls I got in the same price all through here. So they'll eventually lose value if it stays flat, but if we start to get a move up, they should increase. A bigger sustained move up. Yeah, actually this morning they were double this price. So there you go. Barbecue up 3.5, 31.28. BBIG. I don't like to dip by. The confirmed move. It came up and just rejected that resistance again. Lots of bids being filled. Eagle stock goes up. You're saying Blockbuster stock is going to rip once it gets uplisted. I mean, Dish has exposure to other stuff. They have Sling. So, I mean, they have their foot in the door with that. The 5G, the mobile side of their business. Lords, you're in excess. You have all the cheeky plays. They've got earnings. It's not something I'm going to mess with. Got a nice trend up, though. Why do you think those are all going to get uplisted? support. Okay, I picked up a long there on the MES. Try and hold this till FOMC. Still is this cup, this inverted cup. Looks like it wants to get finished, but really, if you zoom out, this is, I think, just a handle on this larger normal cup. BBIG broke through that support. Bugger. Actually do still have trades on here. Oh, I'd give you that one. Yeah, I stopped out on my BBIG. Went for the dip buy. Worked until it didn't. Excuse me. Should have known on BBIG when it didn't break that resistance. I didn't think I had any day trades on that account, so I'm just holding it, but should have checked. I did. Could have closed. Failed that resistance break. Oh well. Eyes climbing up here. I want to get some calls, set up that strangle. A little late, oh well. I got some 457s. Dailies. Should have gotten 456. Oh well. IVs are high on these. Because of RC tweeted. But when he tweeted that, retail was still able to buy Blockbuster on the OTC. When he was tweeting about Blockbuster and Sears, we could buy it. I bought Sears then. So I don't see them being relisted as a catalyst for them to be bought up. Feed me computer noises. $36.1 billion in assets. Seems pretty good, Cameron, right? More prestigious and happy member. They were lords. They were, dude. You can go back to my streams. Not even my streams. I had videos. I wasn't streaming. It was actually after that. It was his tweets about that tweet about that dead guy raising out of the coffin. That was the whole seller box. Link that to seller boxing, and yeah, you could buy Sears. I bought it then. You can actually look back at my Twitter and see where I bought it and sold it. I was trading it, and then shortly thereafter they shut it off. They shut it off because we'd all caught wind, basically. That's when all that seller boxing was coming out, and we were starting to realize all these zombie stocks. And so retail was starting to buy them up, and then literally it was like the next day they changed the rule or whatever. Lords, your time was a little bit off. Maybe just your brokerage wouldn't let you. Let's see. I was doing it on E-Trade. I think it was E-Trade. You can go back and watch the videos in my tweets. I remember because I was holding it, and then I heard about them. I didn't know what was going on. I heard about them changing some rule to where it wouldn't be tradable, which is how kind of I was perceiving it potentially. And so I didn't know what's going on. I got scared and I sold it because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to sell it after that. So, but I traded Sears a couple times. I don't know if I ever traded Blockbuster at that point. No. I'm not still holding Sears. Like I said, I got scared. I didn't know what was going on. And I just heard of some rule change and we're not going to be able to trade it. And so I just sold. I don't think I'm lucky though. Because it's not like something I would want to have held this whole time. I didn't even hold GME this whole time. Topo, we're up 13. Racy? I don't know. What is it? Rolls Royce? I didn't know that was their ticker. They had news, it looks like. Let's see. Contains several positive catalysts. Profit forecast upgrade. Gets a buy from Goldman Sachs. A profit forecast upgrade. That seems like a pretty big gap up. Yeah, that's strange. That's a big gap up from that news. The BB tweet came after the Tombstone tweet. Okay. Oh, and he specifically tweeted Blockbuster. I don't even remember his block. Oh, did he tweet just a picture of a Blockbuster store? Yeah, and maybe at that point you couldn't. I mean, the Sears tweet, that was way earlier. But I didn't buy it when he tweeted the Sears tweet. I don't think it was later until that seller boxing tweet, the Tombstone one. And I mean, we were watching. I mean, they were volatile. They were moving up and down, 400 or 500% sometimes. It was crazy. Nice little inverse head and shoulders being built here on the SPY. Still not getting filled on here. These last transactions are my price. No fill for you.
Key area though, and let me show you why. Well, first and foremost, that we've been in talking basically, we'll call it 60 up to this 92, 93 area. You can also see the significance of this. We've tested this 3 or 4 times and failed right around the 74 level. I think if we break above this here, we can get some good energy, retest 95. Not necessarily what the bulls want to see here.
She tweeted, oh, reports here. Oh, tweeted 2 block. Oh, you're talking about way later, dude. Talking about like a year before that. When he was tweeting 2 blockbuster, yeah, we'd been locked out for a while.
This comes into play in this one, but this is a pivotal area. Energy through the middle here does open up the door for retest of the upper extreme.
You cried.
And, you know, we hear about a lot of demand and China stimulus and things that could push oil higher. Don?
Yeah, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
That's hilarious.
Ben, completely on that particular front, especially
if oil coming down a little bit here.
Significantly higher. If oil goes higher, that's not good for equity markets here in the U.S. It also, you know, of course, is going to be pushing the Fed to, hey, we got to continue to raise rates. This is going to be inflationary with oil going higher. I also agree on the front of China. I mean, China's out there, stimulate everything, every single chance they get. That's supporting the price of oil. But we'll see if this 80, level kind of contracts and oil pulls back off of it. Again, it's held some weight, and again, we'll see if it breaks through or reverts back down.
Yeah, it was Goldman Sachs that was talking about that stimulus from China and the demand. Let's talk about Netflix, because Netflix year to date is up about 42%. Your thoughts on what we've been seeing, because it's just off that recent high of 485.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was going to mention, is actually that 485 level. Big reactionary, high in there. In fact, it's what we would often term like a key reversal. We're going to see if that's going to play out. So the 485 level, we reverse off of it. It's a kind of a vicious move back down. But there are a lot of headwinds on this particular front. So obviously, everything that's going on inside of Hollywood, from an actor strike to a writer strike, it doesn't seem to be impeding upon Netflix, which is, to me, a little bit shocking. At the exact same time, I have kids. They don't even know what a Netflix happens to be. There's just YouTube, TikTok, everything else. Again, not necessarily impeding upon Netflix at this point in time. Nevertheless, this bearish trade is much more, though, about that 485 key reversal. I'm actually looking out to the October 20th expiration. Once again, it's a bearish trade. I'm going to be buying the 405 puts, selling the 395 puts. So I'm just doing a $10 wide spread, similar to the position I did on Toll. I'm taking, if you will, shots to the downside. And this $10 wide spread here on Netflix is trading for a $3.15 debit. So when I take these, if you will, out of the money bearish shots, I'm taking like little pot shots with ultimately a small defined risk. It's $3 of risk here. It's $2 of risk there, looking for very, very large payouts on rather dramatic moves inside of the marketplace.
Okay, so we'll watch for that. Ben, what are your thoughts on this FANG name, Netflix?
Well, this is one of the big names that everybody was watching. We're finally starting to see some cracks in the dam here and a bit of a reversal. I have to agree with Don in terms of the fact that, well, the rejection that we just saw recently up 485, 495 area was key. Let's begin with the move up we've seen since the middle of April, and you can see migration of value higher as I show you some of the areas that my eye was drawn to, but you can also see what we were talking about earlier in the discussion here about, while we're trending higher, we're looking for areas to form at a higher and higher level. In this instance, look what happened instead. While we were balancing around 480, and albeit very short-lived, look what happened. We were unable to take out that upper extreme, unable to form a new area of value at a higher level. And in fact, we reversed and we took out 430. This is the first sign that something's wrong here in terms of that working assumption that we're forming or trending higher, right? The first kind of flag.
Little red candle there in barbecue.
30 being taken out as we step away. And
really just want to see if it can hold
the daily time frame. You can see now the
30, 55, kind of that low from yesterday.
400, but you can see we're below the middle of the balance that we're forming.
Might not get a breakout for till next week, who knows, but
so the flag, a bit of concern.
I'm getting some exposure for that
holding on to
potential
longer term trend up. Let me just step away from this and show you where we are relative to the 50, because this is key. We're right at that area that's going to be important to watch. 50-day moving average comes into play here. Key rejection off that 485, 495 level, 490 area. Something to watch here as we potentially start to see cracks in the dam become something bigger.
And look, I mean, it dropped after its earnings, and some people are saying it's attractive now on a pullback. We'll have to wait and see. For both of you, thank you for everything for the big three today. Ben Lichtenstein.
Back went up more. Teledoc, dude. Thing's so strong.
Of Theo Trade. Thank you all the time for being on with us for the big three. Appreciate it. Coming up next, we're going
to the 20s, maybe.
Actively managed ETFs.
I think it's flattening out.
Ring the bell here at the New York Stock Exchange.
House to borrow collapse
So
after
what
court
do you
hearing.
need to know about
Makes
the new
sense.
direction HCMT Tactical Enhanced ETF? We have that for you coming up.
No, I don't think it's slowing down here. If it holds, it holds. And we haven't seen it break the 9 moving average since it started on this decline. Kind of see that with this line I drew too. So not like breaking out, but I think it's flattening out. Doing this move right here. Here maybe. GME down 1.5. What's Dish doing? Dish is flattened out. $7. Beautiful line. Thanks, lords. Can't be.
And very much in a wait-and-see mode on the Fed's announcement this afternoon. And while we'll get that 25 basis points most likely, that's what everybody's expecting, that hike, it's really about the language of what we will hear from our chair, Jay Powell, at 2:30. I'll have you covered at that point with our team here on the network, so make sure you tune in then. The S&P right now is down about 10, down 0.25%, while the Dow is up again. It's this winning streak goes back to 1987. I think we're up 13 days in a row. I mean, I'm almost losing count. The NASDAQ is down 0.75%, and the Russell up 1/3 of 1%. We're also watching for new highs. The Dow's hit new highs here.
I am, Mark. Yeah.
And the S&P could too if it
Yeah, I like.
turns around after
I like Dish. I think it has a lot of catalyst still. Other than this Amazon one, even. I like the chart, and financials aren't bad at all. I mean, their PE ratio is super low.
Yeah, they are reporting that the FTC is close to filing.
They're at like 90s prices, so
Amazon, which could lead to parts of the company being broken up. But before we kind of get into that, this is not the first time that we've heard these type of allegations here of having Amazon or these other companies breaking up. So this would be unprecedented.
I got some Dish calls filled today for January.
Going to try to focus on
they are
Amazon Prime service.
I got them for the same price that they've been though for the last couple months. So whatever increased IV Wall Street Bets did in the last couple days on Dish, I haven't paid into that.
To really utilize Amazon's logistics and advertising services, they're also going to be focusing on the digital advertising business. They're also potentially alleging that the company is forcing
I'm not even sure about short interest.
Ads for better search.
I don't just like resort to that kind of stuff.
Better search result placement here. Now this is being
borrow fees super low.
FTC chair Lena Khan, and we know that she and among
I did actually see on a post about their short interest.
Big tech, but this investigation actually
maybe
did not start under the Biden administration. It started under the Trump
No,
administration. It's been
I don't
going
think I've
on
seen anything
for
about it.
3 years, and they've already interviewed Andy Jassy, which is the current CEO.
Spy climbing back to VWAP.
So let's see how this is going to pan out.
Barbecue popping back up with some volume. 4.25. I did get filled on this little red candle here. Pick it up a little more.
All right. Thank you for that. Kevin Green, good to see you, Senior Markets Correspondent. Appreciate it. It's time now for our spotlight. A couple of companies that will be ringing the closing bell. You can look for them today here at the New York Stock Exchange. We welcome in our special guests. Vance Howard is with us, CEO of Howard Capital Management.
Howard.
And Egalinsky, Managing Director at Direction. Thank you both for being with us. The celebration is a new ETF. So I'll start with you, Ed. Tell us a little bit about this enhanced ETF.
Sure. As you know, Direction has been around for 25 years and really is catered to the active trader through our tools, our leverage and inverse ETFs and mutual funds. And with Howard Capital Management, we wanted to have an ETF that provided a rules-based tactical approach for investors that didn't necessarily want to take an opinion on the market themselves through our tools. So this is through Howard Capital as a sub-advisor, professionally managed, rules-based, disciplined approach that will get you in the market when momentum is riding high, but also get defensive and go to cash when the market has a sell discipline to it.
Right, and you have special tools and parameters that you have in place for this. The ticker symbol HCMT, Tactical Enhanced ETF. This is actively managed. Tell me a little bit about why now for this fund at this time, and how important the actively managed part of it is, Vance.
Well, I don't think we could ask
Ivy is juiced on SPY.
now because it's a trend trading tool. So basically, if the trend's
Get
up, it
calls
takes
at 11
signals
o'clock.
down, we wanna be fully invested, and we wanna
$4
harvest those
away,
gains
and
that the
they're
trend can
still
produce. So it completely
40
takes
something
the
cents. That's
emotion out.
crazy.
We've had a couple of analysts that have been pretty bullish. I mean, pretty bearish and negative.
Not
and been
$4.
completely wrong. But this is it takes that out.
$3
of the equation.
away.
The trend's up, we're in. The trend's down, then we start to reduce exposure dramatically from the leverage that we have. So you've got the best of both worlds.
And the rebalancing could be as frequently as daily
Could
if
be, yes.
needed,
Correct,
right?
based on the signal, yes.
So, Ed, as we take a look here, I mean, the exposure, and when you look at the S&P 500 and triple Qs, I mean, there's a big exposure there, and it could be actually more heavily weighted into one sector, right?
That's correct. It's the byline model, which Vance can get more into, which has been around for 25 plus years. And in our case, if the byline signal is bullish, it will have enhanced exposure to the S&P 500, the Qs, and to one sector. It just so happens now that is in the tech sector.
Right, understood. And so that byline is...
I know, Jimmy. It's just pinballing back and forth between those
days,
lines.
Right? How does it work on the other side?
Now it's
Because
broken
I
down
know
below it.
you're hedging and you are... How quickly do you sell off?
Oh, we'll see,
how-
though.
What's the sell signal and how quickly, and what are the sell
Which
signal
direction it
parameters,
decides.
and how often do they change?
That it's definitely at a bit of a decider.
Is it's not a real active indicator because trends don't change that often. If you've got a really uptrend in, trade, then you need to stick with it and ride it till the very end. So it gives the trade room to move. But if it closes 3.5% below the byline, we're going to liquidate the exposure and go either 100% to cash or 100% to Treasury bills because we want to protect that capital. But in an uptrending market like we've had over the past decade before 2022, there's a lot to be harvested.
And the derivatives part of it, the leverage part of it, really can give you upside potential, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the upside potential versus protecting on the downside.
Well, if you're double baited up or you've got leverage that's embedded into your investments, then you can double up what the S&P's doing or the Q's doing or a individual.
I don't really care about hearing that plug. Back to VWAP. Calls are just barely up. And for like a candle up to 456.74 high for FOMC. Night close. Do it. SPY breaking VWAP there. A little bit. We've got a shoulder and a head. See if we set up a little intraday inverse head and shoulders. Might get a gap fill before FOMC even. I feel like it's somewhat bullish usually coming into it. SPY climbing back up there. Above VWAP now. Calls are too far out of the money. They've hardly increased at all. Should look closer. Just trying to grab it quick. Go weighted. Yeah, dishes. Climbing back up a little bit. Got VWAP at 757.
In that trading range for about $12. So we can continue to expect the trading range to be in place until proven otherwise. It's either going to break to the upside or to the downside. So we can actually place a credit combo or an iron condor in this case, going out to August monthly.
Bank should be at 30 a share.
Days to expiration. We can sell essentially right around that trading range barrier. By placing a 43 or selling a 43-46 call spread. That's selling the 43 and buying the 46 calls to the upside. On the downside, we can sell the 35 and then buy the $32 put option. So altogether, this four-legged structure would earn a trader about 75 cents a share or $75 a contract. So you're basically earning 75 cents, but your risk is $2.25. And that's if the stock does break above the range at 46 or below the $32 price target. But if you expect the stock to stay in that trading range even post earnings, this is certainly a trade you could consider. It's 23 days to expiration, and ideally speaking, the whole objective is to stay within those short strikes of $43 on the high side and $35 on the low side.
All right. Thank you for that very much. Good to see you, George Sillis. Really appreciate it.
You too,
Every
Nicole.
day with our disruptor right here on Trading 360. Coming up next, our 360 round, we'll take a closer look at Microsoft, down about 3% after its earnings report. The guidance was a little light. Want to hear more about AI, the cloud space, and is today a buying opportunity after it recently hit a 52-week high. More coming up with our panel next.
Well, why in the world wouldn't it be at 30 bucks yet, Cameron? I might be getting some puts here. I don't want to wait for high of the day retest or 454, 455. I'll be patient on the puts. You think because of the banking crisis, they're scared to Go long on it. It's left alone. Wait, they had earnings, didn't they? Or is it today after hours? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, it was this morning. Wait. Why does it say it's the 26th? People's messed up. It was yesterday after hours. I might sell some puts on it. What's the IV like? Pretty low again. Never mind. Oh, it was this morning? I don't think it was this morning. This is showing it was 17 hours ago. It was yesterday, end of day or after market. That was 18 hours ago. Did info come out on the merger info? This was at 7:25, 1650. So 4:50 yesterday, reported earnings. The full earnings? They split it up? Two-part earnings? Give me a twofer. SPY rallying up a bit. Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, I was playing them to the long side, but it is a little hot potato because they could go under too. MNK looks like it had news, just halted. You know, we're playing SI, we're playing FRC. Those have both gone under. So I don't think you're stupid for not buying regional banks right now. Although Michael Burry might. Buy back up. Made this little cup. Balls have barely moved.
Expenditures are going to increase at a rapid rate along with their growth rate, probably for the next year or so as they grow into AI. So it's a great company. We like the report. We just think it's fully valued at this point. Any further pullback,
GME bouncing there too with the SPY.
see another 5 to 10% before we would start adding to that. Again, it's our number one position, our portfolio. So for new money, we would be looking for another 5 to 10% pullback. Again, it's 32 times. Everything is out there. This is a great company. It's a good growth model, but it's richly valued at this point.
And so with the AI story, because it certainly has been, you mentioned it, has been a leader. I'll turn my attention back to you, Angelo. When you think about it, is Microsoft the leader, a leader? What other names really jump out at you? Because there is interpretation after this report that NVIDIA, those earnings could surge. Just listening to what we've heard from Microsoft and Google. Which names are the leaders to you, and do you have strong buys on all of them, Angelo?
Yeah, listen, I think as far as, a cut above the rest from everybody else, as far as kind of, the mega cap tech names out there, to us, it is Microsoft and it is NVIDIA. It's just when you kind of look
close
at
out of my futures right there.
of AI, those two companies just have the clearest path out
I'll get
there.
back in on a handle maybe.
Alphabet we do like, and they've had a kind of nice move here after earnings, but there are potential hiccups and risks to the business model, right, for a company like that, but we do still like that. But for us, it is Microsoft, it is NVIDIA. To your point, I mean, higher capex spend definitely going to trickle towards for NVIDIA, and just based on the commentary of Microsoft, I mean, they continue to see incremental increases throughout fiscal 24, and we expect into fiscal 25 as well. And our view continues to be that you've kind of got this titanic shift in terms of what's going on the infrastructure side of things. That isn't going to last 1 year. It's going to be at least a 3 to 4 year growth opportunity for a name like NVIDIA out there. So those are by far the two.
Did he say NVIDIA?
Yeah. Okay. So Microsoft and NVIDIA. You said it was a solid report, Angelo, and the truth of the matter is earnings did top estimates. They've had a lot of great things within this report. They're still seeing growth. Maybe it's slower growth in certain areas, but still a real winner, Max. And as you said, it's your top holding. How about some of the other things that are factoring in? Activision, the expansion of PayPal, the pay later.
This is all hindsight, Cameron. I mean, yeah, FRC seemed like it was going under. SI did too, but those are both regional banks.
Well, we like Microsoft
I don't know.
for one reason alone.
Nothing to really talk about, I guess.
It's growing in so many different areas with security, with gaming.
I think regional banks are, yeah, you can get a great dip buy on these.
Moved out to October.
MNK was halted up.
Them tremendously in their Xbox, which has been growing as well. So we think their ability to monetize AI,
Or is it down?
to increase security,
What is
to increase
happening?
LinkedIn, all these areas are good. It's just going to take time. The stock has moved
Halted up?
40% for the year. It's not cheap at this level. We like it, and we think 2 years from now, a year from now, I think the stock will be higher. But in the short term,
whoa, it's ripping. No, it's going up.
Big run the stock has made, and it's not like a surprise.
MNK halted up and still going. Resumption. They get halted again. What's the news on this thing? 100% right there.
And we're patient. We're long-term investors. We've been buying this, as you know. I've been on the show before.
Is that $10?
We recommend buying it. And I think the last time it was in the 330s. We just say be a little bit patient. Let the stock come down a little bit, another 5 to 10%. This is going to be a volatile time in the fall. And then I would re-enter more into the stock. But every facet they have, from security, from Activision potentially, from LinkedIn, from the PCs, the upgrades, the chat looks great. I mean,
sources say Ellen Crod considered bankruptcy as part of a plan to avoid paying money it owes opioid victims. Is that the catalyst for this rally?
Thank you both very much. That's going to do it for me right here.
DJ Hedge Funds devised plan to cut off $1 billion